dare I say, but this EPS 16 was probably a bad acquisition for me. In fact, I think the wool was pulled over my eyes when I acquired this, because it was definitely said to be in a better condition than what it was. It came from Italy, and it has had a very hard life. There are things missing off this keyboard all over the shop. Like there is this gap here. Now I'm not convinced that that gap should be there. I think there should be a shutter or something in here, although I can't be certain because I've never seen another EPS 16 in bits, but I'm pretty sure there should be something in there. The other thing that was very apparent when I acquired this was the fact that where is it? I'm not sure. There's no screws in this top lid, and it's catchy on there. Yeah, so you can just get into this as well. So I've actually found out what screws these are, and I've got replacement screws, which I will add into the unit when I'm doing the repairs. I will do a helicam in a sec, so don't worry about that. In which case, I'll tell you what we'll do is I'll just stop the video, I'll switch the top video on, and then you can see inside. Remember, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Go over to Instagram and follow me there. Go over to Facebook, follow me there. That's where the normal notices are. And consider becoming a Patreon. I have to be careful with the helicam because I still haven't got the synchronisation quite worked out. I've got all the stuff to do next week in terms of getting the synchronisation between the two different systems sorted properly. But as I say, it's had a hard life. It came to me with no screws in the lid, which wasn't apparent when I was discussing acquiring this. Although it didn't cost me anything to buy this, it actually cost me shipping. So even that was, I think, was a bad deal. But one of the things I've noticed about this is it doesn't turn on. And I think the reason why it doesn't turn on is something to do with the fuse bank, which is here. This is the power supply board, and I fully intend to recap that entire board because I'm just suspect of it, to be honest. So there's the transformer comes in there. There's no power on this at the moment; it's completely dead. That's the power supply board, and what you will notice is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 separate fuses in that power supply board. And then you come over here, and this is kind of the gubbins of the keyboard, which is on this side, and it disappears just a little way under the key bed here. So the key bed's got to come out. And then the other thing I was told when I bought this was effectively that the disk drive was banjaxed, and it's another one of those where I'm just not going to bother trying to repair the disk drive, and I've actually got sitting over here a replacement disk drive to put into this thing. But the first thing to do is see if we can actually get this thing firing up. And the first thing to do, I think the issue is something to do with the fact that one of the connectors, and I believe it's this connector here, which connects into the keyboard, was actually attached the wrong way round. And now I've turned that round since I've had this, but I haven't taken it very much further. And I'll be brutally honest, this is so I bought this before I moved here, and I've been here 2 years. So this is a project that's been waiting for me to get around to for 2 years. It's been sitting down in the storage unit. It's absolutely filthy, so it will get cleaned at some point as well when I'm doing the work. The keys are actually not too bad, if I'm brutally honest. They are actually still workable, although there is some stuff on the keys. So we'll see how that goes. But first thing is, let's see if we can get this thing to power up. If we can get it to power up, then I think, you know, we've got a good chance of bringing it back to life. So let's do that bit first. Okay. Now I'm not going to test the fuses in situ, and I'll tell you why. Because when you test the fuses in situ, you get false readings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop each one out. So a little screwdriver, just to get underneath and pop each one out and then test them on my meter. And that one's coming up as good. As is that one. As is that one. That one's blown. That one's also blown. So out of the 5 fuses in there, 2 of the fuses have blown. So that probably is a good reason why it's not working. So what we need is some fuses. And here are some glass fuses that I bought for such purposes. I'll put a link down to this in the description. So these are F4 250. So that's a 4 amp 250 volt fuse, and this one is also, I think, a 4 amp 250 volt fuse. They are both the same fuses. And according to the lid, if I can get one out of the box, that is also a 4 amp 250 volt fuse. There. Oops. And right. Two fuses in. So I have to take my glasses off, can't see that close to my eyes with them on. Right, let's switch it on. Moment of truth, does it work? What we'll do is find the on switch, which is there. Oh. And the answer is no, but all the lights on the board are coming up now, which is different to what it was. It wasn't completely dead. Let's just switch that off. Let's go for another quick look in here. That didn't work. Not quite sure why, but we'll persevere. Okay, so that's the first job done, is actually replacing the fuses, because these were banjaxed. But it hasn't and it's kind of got the display actually displaying something. I just don't know what the display actually, what it's displaying actually means. It's not displaying anything to the LCD, which probably means there's something else going on here. which I'm going to have to do a little bit more research. But we do know that these two fuses blew, and if I look in there now, those fuses haven't blown again. So whatever caused these to blow is an intermittent. Now I believe the reason why these blew is the fact that the keyboard was plugged in the wrong way round. I believe that's what caused these to blow, because that's how it was when I got it. But what other damage it's done, I don't know. So a bit more research, watch out for the next video. And on that note, live long and prosper. See you later. Bye bye.